All right, welcome to round number 2. We are on the draw here. Hand is great, and we're going to be keeping. Opponent leads on a chromatic star off of a forest. All right. Probably Tron, could be KCI. We're going to loot. With that knowledge, probably want to pitch some of our clunkier ones. Happy to pitch those. Set up for a Pyromancer next turn. If it is Tron, we're pretty happy they had to start with Forest. If it's KCI, that doesn't really matter. Popping the star right away is more likely Tron, yeah. Alright. Mine, grab tower. Now, I suspect they don't have the third Tron land, right? Otherwise, they would have led on a Tron land and played star to get into stirrings. Pyromancer is a pretty darn slow clock in this matchup, but that said, I think it's important for us to get on the table, start pumping out some tokens. Our opponent's draw is a little slow, obviously. This is them on the play, and we're not that worried about Tron yet, so hopefully that's troublesome. All right. Ballista. Ooh, they do have a map. We're not going to have a way to deal with that, obviously. So we do have to worry about Tron on this upcoming turn. Let's make red. Yield to this. This does look like it's going to be a tough game depending on our opponent's threats. Obviously, Ballista, particularly problematic. Hopefully, maybe I should have made red-black, actually. Hopefully we can find a discard spell. That'll do it. My life total's not particularly important, so I'd probably rather just have... I guess I care about Blood Moon, right? So, pitch these. I guess pitching a Reveler is free, of course. So, Reveler Mountain. Oh no. Oh no. That's not great. Does this mean I save my bolt? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They get to go cast a Ballista for 2. Yeah, I guess the answer is not really. No, I guess I do. They also have this Karn. Yeah, this bolt's probably worth it one way or the other. Oh, interesting. They're going to do this turn a little differently than I would have expected. Worm Coil. Yikes. Well, this is going to be a little awkward for the old Reveler now. Guess we're sort of just missing an elemental token as is. And I can't keep the bolt with the Reveler, so... Yeah, I mean... Guess I'll take the Lava Spike. I'm probably supposed to get Sacred Foundry there. Thoughtseize. Alright. Blood Moon's not bad, but... It's going to be potentially a bit late. Best case scenario, our opponent goes Karn minus on your Reveler. That seems very unlikely, but that is how I would prefer my opponent to use their turn. Worst case scenario, they play Wormcoil Engine. Unfortunately, that's how I expect my opponent to use their turn, but we'll see. Playing Force is interesting. Maybe they are not going to do that. World Breaker. Yeah, I think I'm much happier with this. And we found a Thoughtseize. Don't think I want another swamp. Sequencing here is very strange. Thoughtseize was great. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just have to take the Worm Coil. It would be nice if I could, like, Blood Moon attack, bolt the World Breaker, but I don't think that's very realistic. Yeah. Since they obviously just have 6 mana for Worm Coil at this point. Yeah, we'll have to find a way to deal with this Karn eventually as well, but this game's probably still gonna be a loss with how late this Blood Moon's coming, but I don't have another, geez, super awkward to shock here into Blood Moon, but I really think I'd rather have the 3rd red source. Let's do it this way. I guess I could make an attack with all of these. Especially with Bolt in my hand, it would be worth. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, so opponent just goes with the bounce block there. They had another Worm Coil. That's very sad for me. Man. Well, I don't think I can beat that. Especially with the Karn potentially behind. I mean, I guess Pyromancer, like my opponent somehow is just going to brick on lands but also draw bad ones. Like, I guess Pyromancer is my ticket to potentially winning this game. Third Stirrings is probably bad for me. All right, well, they just get the 7th land, so now we know Karn is online next turn. Worm Coil probably chipping in. No, not chipping in. But I do have, like, the line of bolt my own token available. If my opponent does attack, but I'm pretty far off. I guess if I drew like another lightning bolt and we could steal this game. If they like attack, I block, bolt my own token. 5. Okay, there's the Karn. I guess if they just plus, I already can't be in that. I guess if they minus or plus. Maybe they eat the Blood Moon. No, they do plus. Yeah, I mean, if they're on this line, they probably don't attack either. Yeah. Yeah, this doesn't look great, but that helps a lot. Yeah, that's like the one draw that potentially still puts us in this game. Oh, I didn't, I should have, no, I guess I needed to leave the bolt up. There's probably an opportunity for me to do that, though. Maybe the previous turn. Yeah, it's just definitely Dreadboard this Karn. We don't know their card. Yeah, I think I still have to, like, have the ability to bolt my own token if they were to attack, because they're a lot more likely to attack now. Maybe they'll think I'm just forgetting still about this Souls, which seems not unreasonable for them to think. Okay, that's good. That's one of the ones we want our opponent to see here. Well, our deck has certainly been friendly to us at this stage. Still holding that K command. Wow. So, I mean, I can return Bedlam Reveler and shatter this Worm Coil. And have Bolt. I guess there's no reason for me to do that right now the second. Unless I want to attack, but I still wouldn't have great attacks, right? I sort of want to kill all the lifelink and Death Touch stuff and go wide in these coming turns. So yeah, I think I still don't have a profitable attack here, no matter whether I kill the Death Touch or the lifelink one. Gosh, I wonder if their card is something like Ulamog, though. 7. It could be an Ugin. I mean, I would have had to make them discard in response to that, though, if I was playing around that. I think getting back Reveler is just such a huge boon. Oh, no. Okay, maybe not. All right. I was like, it's Ugin. It's happening. Could also be like All Is Dust, I guess, but some of those in these monogreen lists. Another Karn. Yeah, I guess that's fine. That unfortunately is gonna, if they tick it up, yeah. Sort of locks me out of the Bedlam Reveler line unless I give them my Lightning Bolt. No, I think it's just better. Maybe not. Yeah, I mean, what if I Shatter Shock Bolt? Does that put me towards... Yeah, that puts me with near a W, right? Yeah, I'm 2 points off at that point. That outs me to even brutalities. Because they have, like, 2 blockers. They can block both of these. Oh, no, it puts me 1 point off. Because I'll have 6 tokens. Yeah, okay. Let's go for that. So, Shock, Shatter. Shatter this, shock you, not Karn. Wait, bolting them is just lethal, right? -1 token, +2 damage, basically. No, but they have it's the lifelink one. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay. Does not work. Does not work. So I just need to find a way to squeeze out 1 damage. Not quite. Okay, so what happens here if I just cast... I guess I'm way better off casting Faithless Looting than Blood Moon anyway. Or Lingering Souls. I mean, I can just do this, but then if I draw Bolt... It might just be best for me to just Souls. Yeah. How many bolts do I have left, though? 2. I'm gonna loot. I guess Bolt would still be a great draw. And if I hit land, I can still flashback souls and then just be even wider a bit. Did not hit a land. K command's not the worst though. Pitch these. The problem obviously is if my opponent does have Ugin, they can eat my like Blood Moon here. K command obviously is lethal though, so they have to find a way to kill me or gain life or stop me from casting K command, which is why Ugin is a problem. But then I'm still outed to a land even. No, because they'd eat both my swamps. Yeah. But they'd already have eaten the Blood Moon. Yeah, okay. So I'd still be outed to a land. Man, we drew very well this game to be in it. Oh, no. Okay, all right. That's fine. I don't know what my opponent could possibly have, so I hope they don't feel like I'm slow rolling them, but I mean, we might as well attack first. I don't know what they would have to possibly punish me, but shock. Still rather play optimally here, even if I don't think it can matter. All right. I mostly I'd rather still play optimally, even if I don't think it can matter, because I'd be wrong a lot of the time about it not mattering. Wear Tear, a little worse on the draw. Like, the ability to blow up Expedition Map on the play before our opponent can crack it, if they cast one on turn 1, is a pretty big deal, but on the draw, we don't have the luxury of doing that. Same sort of thing with Rector's Charm, I guess, which is just a harder to cast but better version of Wear if we're not using Tear. So I think I'm a lot less interested in those on the draw here, but there's still consideration. I mean, yes, they blow up O-Stones a lot of the time when your opponent plays O-Stone. They have the mana to crack it, but not always. Veils are fine as well. Not really interested in any of that. Definitely interested in cutting these pushes. My opponent will potentially be bringing in some Thought-Knot Seers, but, you know, push isn't even necessarily a great way to deal with that. And we're potentially bringing in these Lilianas, which can help in that regard. I don't mind cutting a Souls in this matchup. I do like the K commands quite a bit. Another reason that these are less appealing for like just the O-Stone job, but still more appealing for the kill the Expedition Map job, since these obviously are not capable of doing that on time most of the time. I think this might just be where we're at. I do like shaving a Souls in this matchup a lot of the time, but Brutality and pushes are quite bad. Brutality basically only taking Sylvan Scrying and being a drain outside of that. I could bring in Surgical Extractions. I think that's usually a trap in these matchups, particularly because it would really only be good in combination with my Molten Rain. That really only lasts so long. Plus, I already have the Blood Moon plan. I'd be more excited about surgically extracting threats. I do have max discard here, so it's possible that does something for me. I'm considering it only because I think this 4th Lingering Souls is particularly bad. It's just such a slow clock in the matchup, but maybe just going that wide is worth it. I guess I'll bring 1 in, but I'm not happy about it. Like, I'll immediately, if like we go to a game 3 and we're on the play, I'll be very happy to have these instead, I think. Probably shave a Bolt in that case as well, maybe another Souls. I can't pass up on Red Source Faithless Looting basically ever, so we're doing it. We're definitely going to be looking for some discard spells, though, on the draw here. Pitch this. Yikes. Very likely to hit another land with draw steps plus double Manamorphose. So I probably pitch this Arid Mesa or Mountain. I guess Mountain. But, like, this is my only piece of, like, relevant interaction. So if we didn't hit that extra land, it'd feel pretty bad. And these, like, 3-drops, I have a bunch of them, so I could easily pitch one of them. Yeah, maybe being this greedy is just not worth it. Like, I'm not really gaining much from being this greedy. Like, having all these in my hand isn't really doing that much for me. All right, opponent missed a Tron land. That's good for us, so Molten Rain won't be too slow. And we do hit that land, so I don't get punished for my likely unnecessary greed. Just make red-black. And unless I hit a Pyromancer, probably play the other one too. Surgical, yeah, I'm not doing that right now. Red-black. Definitely going to cast this. Relic, Claim, Dismember, Sphere. So a lot of interaction, a Tron land, and an Ugin. I think I take the Relic and then ride. Unfortunately, like, they don't have any duplicates for these. Otherwise, I'd actually just try to get value out of the Surgical and be happy with that. I think I take the Relic and then just try to ride the game out on this Liliana eventually. I probably Molten Rain first, especially with how land light they are. But I like taking the Relic because it interacts with me and draws a card. Obviously, Sphere draws a card as well, but doesn't interact with me. But these don't really matter right now. The Nature's Claim and Dismember, and I can eventually get them out with Liliana. So, yep, Relic I definitely think is the take here. And we'll pass. Another Sphere. They tutored the tower. I guess I'm going to be surgicaling it here in their draw step. Especially in a game where they're... Actually, I should do it before their draw... No, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, I mean, we're very fortunate to draw these cards in combination, since if we had not had Molten Rain, the Surgical would have been pretty poor. Right. Get to see how our opponents boarded a little bit. Second Dismember. They do have a Walker, another Relic. Also, what did they draw? Got to shrink this window. All right. Another Ugin. And they have a Power Plant. Okay. Ugin and Power Plant are the mystery cards, though I assume Power Plant will stop being a mystery in just a moment. Another star. All right. I mean, I do have the option to Pyromancer Lingering Souls. Yeah, that's definitely better. Let's sequence this correctly this time. Especially since they have a Dismember. Maybe it's not better because of the Dismember. Yeah, it's probably not. Oh, well. Mountain is fine here. I've drawn, like, only... this one fetch land, it doesn't fetch for black, so still don't have a basic swamp, but that's okay. Not in dire need of it at the moment, particularly with Tron lands being exiled. Yeah, this thing's getting dismembered. No big shock there, but now we at least have sort of any semblance of a clock. Plus, if I draw a land, I can, like, K-command my Pyromancer back, force them to discard a card, and then play Pyromancer, and then follow up with the Liliana. I'll probably just pitch this bolt and actually start taking up this Liliana rather than the Pyromancer line. No. Because then I get to go... Yeah, I'm going to return the Pyromancer. I still think this Liliana would be great. But I can't help but feel like I just need to try to close this game out. Ballista for 2s. Lame. Especially because I'm probably supposed to waste a mode on it. I guess I could just bolt it, but then I lose a Pyromancer token that way. Yeah, it's just, I'm way better off doing this. Yeah, okay. So return target creature, shatter, I guess. Yeah. Could also like Lily minus. But another Pyromancer. They have Ugin claims, so I guess I'm just playing Pyro. Okay. It's not bad. Still doesn't really solve any problems for them, though. There's not like a lot of good hits here. Oh, Stone's not unreasonable. Yeah, that's a good one. It's probably the best one. Wow, am I just doing nothing this turn then, I guess? Like, I kind of like all my cards. I don't want a Liliana because that's just going to get eaten by the O-Stone. I certainly don't want to play the Pyromancer because that's just going to get eaten by the O-Stone. I guess I do this. Rather than do absolutely nothing. Yeah. Worst case scenario, I bitch these. Liliana is getting worse and worse, I suppose. But if my opponent manages to survive, then I definitely want it. What a surprise. O-Stone gets popped. They do have one mystery card, but this is definitely still to play. Bolt them in their end step. Yeah, we should probably have it now. I mean, I guess they could have Ballista. Yeah, alright. Just lands. We've got it then. Yep. All right. We'll see you in round number 3 in just a moment.